Hey Gemini, welcome to your April 2023 solar eclipse reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in and see what's going on with you during this lunation cycle, see what's being brought up, and how this is going to transpire over the next 6 months for you. So obviously things get brought up pretty intensely during eclipses, and they tend to play out and disperse over time for about 6 months. So let's take a look here, Gemini. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I'm also going to be doing the lunar eclipse reading for the lunar eclipse that'll be in Scorpio on May 5th. So let's take a look, Gemini. I feel like this one's going to be pretty big for you, Gemini. Also, if y'all don't mind, please smash that like button. It really does help me in the channel, and it goes a really long way, more than you may think. So be sure to smash that like button. Let's go ahead and jump in though, Gemini. Let's take a look. All right, overall energy we have is the Queen of Swords. Your current energy is the Four of Pentacles. You got the Empress in your challenge. You got the Lovers here in the future. This is interesting. I see a lot of you developing newer connections and relationships over the next 6 months. Now, this is in the future position. We're going to pull an outcome here as well. And then, of course, we always pull an extended outcome. But the Lovers is your card too, Gemini. So it's interesting. Let's keep going. Hold on. Six of Wands in the position of something that you're unaware of. The Death card is how you get through your challenge, which is your advice. And you got the High Priestess. Interesting. This card's getting my attention right away, the Death card. Well, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, you know, the Death card is the archetype of Scorpio. So there's a lot that I feel like you're going to be releasing. There's a lot that I feel like you're going to be transmuting during this time. And anything that has been sort of repressed, or anything that's sort of been maybe even forgot about, or maybe even overlooked, I feel like it's coming back up for a reason during this lunation cycle and over the next 6 months to be addressed. Because I feel it's almost as if it's time to like let go of this. And it's okay to like let go here, because the Empress is your challenge, and the Empress is all about growth, prosperity. It's the Venus archetype, right? So it's all about, and Venus is actually in your sign right now, you know? So it's all about growth and prosperity, abundance, and it's about the enjoyment in the process of being able to create something beautiful in your life, right? Like sometimes in life we feel like we're lacking creativity, and we feel like, man, like things aren't just as pleasurable anymore. It's because there could be some blockages, some things that need to be transmuted, some things that need to end here, so you can start to make room for like a newer harvest here. The Four of Pentacles is your current energy here. I get that it's interesting. I get that this is also linking to this Death card, and I feel like one of the big issues that's going to be coming up here for you, Gemini, by the way, like your near future position and your outcome actually look really well. The one thing I will say, it's like I feel like you could be clinging too tightly to things with this Four of Pentacles. And I don't even think it comes from a negative place. I just really think that you have ambitions here. You have things that you want to do. You have things that you want to create. And I'm kind of getting like your vibe wanting to actually be out in the world and socialize and like connect to people here. But it's interesting because I feel like there could be some like day-to-day reality type of situations or obstacles here, or even habits that need to be broken. Because the Four of Pentacles is Sun in Capricorn, and Capricorn is, well, if you think about the planet Saturn, it literally has structure and order with all things. And sometimes that can be our biggest downfall, which is why in the outcome you have the High Priestess here. And the Lovers in the future, there could be something significant going on for you in love in the future. And I'm gonna talk more on that, but yeah. So the Four of Pentacles telling you not to cling too tightly. That's why the Death card here is as your advice. It's like it's okay to transmute things and let things go. It's not completely letting go of things, but this false identification with certain things in your life that you feel like is giving you some type of power is actually the illusion that's being shattered with this lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And don't worry, we're all kind of going through this, right? I think Saturn in Pisces is really teaching us like the identification with material things, our fulfillment, what we think will give us fulfillment through some type of materialistic type of thing, whether that's like money, cars, clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like our certain types of positions in our career or success, It'll give you a little bit of fulfillment, but Saturn in Pisces is still, you're still going to feel a void. And what that void is does what you're doing actually have the deep, profound meaning and the spiritual underlying energies there to where you feel whole without the material stuff, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I love material stuff, right? I think you should be creating as much as you can. You should be enjoying all the things you can in life. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to look to see where you can't forget about the spiritual side, right? So, and I also do think you'll have a lot of success here in the next 6 months, the Six of Wands. It's interesting too, if you've been lacking any type of confidence, Gemini, I'm getting intuitively with the Six of Wands, like this is you getting that confidence back. And I feel like you're starting to be more proud of yourself because you have gone through a process, or you're going through a process of change, but change in a good way, to where it's like you're breaking new habits and you're replacing them with new ones. And so that increases like your pride, your dignity with the Six of Wands, your confidence. So some of you, this is what I'm getting. Now, for some of you, you may be in a position of high honor here with the Six of Wands, but others of you, I get that there could be an energy here to where you may feel like you're not deserving of a position of high honor in your life. And I think that's the illusion that needs to be shattered here, right? I think that's the toxic beliefs that you may be carrying day to day, and it influences everything that you're doing. And it may even cause like resistance and obstacles. So it's like that needs to be transmuted and let go, and being and be open to newer abstract ideas and concepts of how you could create your reality. But I do feel like you're going through a definitely big spiritual cleanse here. It's interesting too, because the solar eclipse happened in your 11th house, Aries, right? If you're Gemini rising, you can still apply it to your sun sign. I don't know why people say you can't. I mean, it still has influence on your sun sign. But that solar eclipse in your 11th house is at 29 degrees of Aries. It happened right at the end. And then the lunar eclipse will be in Scorpio, and the sun will be in Taurus at that time. And Taurus is your 12th house. And the 12th house is a house of loss, but it's not loss in the sense that you feel, well, it can be, but it's more so, it's like, it's a total detachment from the material world, and it's just pure spiritual. That's why it's the house of loss, right? And sometimes the 12th house can be an escape, where we're trying to escape reality, or maybe where we feel lost, or we feel like there's no meaning to reality. But what the 12th house is trying to teach you is like, let go of your identification with how you think things should be, and allow spirit and God, or connect to God or the divine, and allow it to present to you and show you and help heal you and renew your energy here. So the Lovers in the near future position, we haven't even pulled your oracle cards, but this is just such a profound reading though. The Lovers in the future, and I do feel like this could be love. Now, if you're already in a relationship, I see the bond deepening even more between you two. I also feel if you're single, I feel like this is you getting back on your spiritual path and what you're devoting your energy to, and the direction that you're moving in is making you feel whole, like connected truly to your purpose. Now, and it's interesting too, because if you're single, this could be also you meeting somebody, right? Maybe a life partner, maybe just a significant person. So let's pull your astrology cards. The High Priestess in the outcome here. Like I said, I feel like this is you. You may be having to let go of certain people, possibly, that don't really have your highest good in mind, Gemini. And this is just coming to me intuitively. But with the High Priestess in the outcome, this is also about you seeing the potential in yourself and also feeling spiritually connected. Some of you, like, if you have clairvoyant abilities, or if you're psychic, I see those increasing. But just in general, I feel just your inner world, like you exploring like your inner world more. Like who you are, what you're capable of. Oh, Gemini. Yeah, look at that. The 11th house friends. That's where the solar eclipse was. Isn't that interesting? So, and the 11th house does deal with friends, community. It's how society benefits us. So it's like it's kind of like, the 11th house is such a great house. Like, I think it's probably like, I think you can put any planet in the 11th house. The 11th house, I believe in. It does great. But yeah, so this could be you finding new relationships, new friends, things that you enjoy. Also, like maybe even new services that you're getting involved in over the next 6 months, right? Maybe you're doing like a business, or maybe there's an increase in resources, whatever the case might be. And you also have this Mother Earth card, which is, this is the Earth star chakra. And it says Mother Earth. So I feel like you're planting, it's like you're developing new roots here. Like you're deepening your roots. Like, so you're becoming more grounded, and that's creating more abundance in your life, right? That can create more abundance in your life. The ability to be grounded, have healthy roots, right? Healthy roots produces healthy fruits, fruits of life. Even if you think about roots, it's kind of scorpionic, or it is scorpionic, because if you break down the word, or if you just take a look at Pluto, the ruling planet of Scorpio, like Pluto represents the riches in the inner earth. And that translates to the roots, right? And Taurus is the fruits, right? Taurus is pleasure, natural beauty, harmony. No, I think the ruling planet of Taurus should be Earth. Like secondary or something. I think Venus as well, but I think Earth too. But so yeah. So let's clarify here, Gemini, with this Queen of Swords overall here for the month. Or not for the month, I'm sorry, for the solar eclipse cycle. Four of Swords, I feel like this is more peace of mind. I feel like this is just you being able to be, like your temperament is going to be more open-minded. And not, it's interesting because you're naturally open-minded, but I really feel like this is you starting to understand like the importance of being open-minded and being receptive and listening and taking in new information and new knowledge here. I also do feel like there could be definitely an increase in your friendships and your relationships here, Gemini. And I feel like it's going to be a great balance here, like your personal life and your interpersonal relationships. Page of Wands on the Four of Pentacles here for your current energy. Keep doing what you're doing here. There is a call to adventure, I feel, for you, for all of us, right? And it's about taking what you have and working with what you have, being happy with the things that you have accomplished so far. And it's about letting that inspire you and motivate you to continuously initiate yourself toward more success with that Page of Wands. So I feel like that's your temperament at this time. It's Page of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Knight of Swords and the Empress is your challenge here. You may want fast results. However, this is going to take some type of tenacity coming from you. Like it is going to take a critical eye a bit to structure and plan things out newer ways, right? Like if you're trying to break a habit, for instance, well, it's probably a good idea to change up your day-to-day, like the way you do things. There's a book called Changing for Good. It's by, God, I forgot the name, James something. And I'm still kind of reading it right now, but it's actually pretty good. Queen of Wands and the Lovers here. Woo! Some of you could be meeting a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. It could be, and if you're already in a relationship, I just feel like this is just, there's a lot of love in this partnership. And I feel like there's also a lot of enjoyment. And also too, I see you really starting to enjoy life. I'm not saying you're not enjoying it now, but I really do feel like there's more inspiration flowing in for you because you feel guided and you feel like you're on the right path here. So, you know, the Queen of Wands also deals with a lot with our optimism and our happiness and our spiritual understanding of life and nature. Three of Pentacles here on the Six of Wands in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Yeah, I feel like you're if you haven't gotten recognition for your work, I feel like you will. Or if you haven't gotten recognition for, the effort that you've been putting into something, I feel like you will. But this is also saying to be proud of the first coming togethers of like results here of the Three of Pentacles, right? Three of Pentacles is where we start to things are starting to come together, and the Six of Wands is about being proud of that and not being afraid to like be confident in yourself. I also feel there could be like an increase in clientele for some of you, increase of like exchange, like if you do services or anything like that. I feel like people are about to admire your work, and they may come to you to have them help you, or they may come to you for services or something like that. Nine of Wands and the Death card. Yeah, I feel like this is your belief systems. Nine of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius does rule our beliefs, right? It rules optimism because the dispositor of Sag is Jupiter. So our optimism, our belief systems, our morals, and I feel with this Death card, it's like they're being challenged at this time, right? The moon always goes through phases and changes. That's why the Nine of Wands is Moon in Sag, because our optimism, our sense of confidence, direction, the way, our beliefs they change when the moon's in Sag. Like it's the moon is always changing through phases. And one thing I get is like, it's okay to let go of beliefs that no longer fit you anymore. Instead of resisting it, it's okay to just let them go. Outcome, the Emperor and the High Priestess here. Woo. Yeah. I see some of you definitely in your spiritual power. Your ability to manifest and attract abundance, I feel like will be high. I mean, it's always there, but it just really depends on your vibration, right? But it's interesting. It's almost like you hold the secrets of the universe, or you're figuring out the secrets of the universe, and the secrets, like, how to connect to them. I see some of you guys getting really into the occult, if you're not already into the occult. But I feel it's like you're understanding like your supernatural abilities here. Right? It may sound woo-woo, right? But it ain't that woo-woo. Trust me. There's more to this reality than we have been programmed to believe. You have the secret temptation, being led astray here. Ask yourself right now, are you doing things for the right reasons? All right, this is what this card's about. This is also in regards to other people. Where are other people taking advantage of you? All right? That may be illuminated. And so it's okay to disconnect from old people. It's okay to disconnect from groups and stuff like that don't have your best interest in mind. It'll be clear and evident. Yeah, but there's also, like, when it comes to yourself, like, the question may arise, or the energy may arise, like, are you doing things for the right reasons? You know what I mean? Like, let's just say, for instance, like, you want more money, or you want to be more wealthy, or whatever the case might be. And so you just go with the first thing that you see, or you follow like a trend to make money, but at the end of the day, it's like you're spiritually depleted and you're lacking spiritual fulfillment. You get what I'm saying? Justice, King of Wands, and the Star card here. I feel like you could also be making peace with a certain individual in your life if that's what you've been looking for. But really, I feel like this is about the Justice card and the Star card is about understanding the law of cause and effect and how karma works. And I feel like you're starting to master, like, understanding, like, if I do this, then this will happen, right? And so, and you're looking at, like, how everything in your environment affects you as well. Like, if you surround yourself with this, then you feel this way. Or if you do this, then this happens. And so I feel like it's like you're gaining full mastery over how to manage your energy, but also how to, like, you're mastering your own energy, you're mastering the law of attraction, you're mastering all of that. So So that's what I got for you, Gemini. Powerful solar eclipse here. So that's what I got for y'all, Gemini. I appreciate y'all so much. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is down below in the description. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Also, click that like button for me. It really, 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 really does help the channel, and it really does go a long way. And any type of support that you can show is always, always, always greatly appreciated. And otherwise than that, I will see y'all later. Bye, Gemini.